Come to my first ever Pokemon Pearl Nuzlocke. So, as you know, yesterday I did Heart Gold. Okay, hold on, guys. Right. Much less. There we go. Now here we go. There we go. Oops, sorry. Just fart. Sorry, guys, I'm just trying to get. Here we go. Oh, that did almost half. That's so good. All right.
night shift, and then went to the job board. Everyone got assigned a job and had to do that shift as they came in. And since I was usually one of the first ones there, I would just say hi to the night manager as I moved my own name to the splitter position, as we both knew that was my spot. This night, however, I went through those same motions. I say hi to Sam, placed my name tag on the splitter, and then went to go prepare the split setting for my day. A few minutes later, I get called over to the job board. That's when Sam says to me, "So, hey, I just want to let you know that I moved you to section A for the night. You don't work splitter today, so go ahead and get a scanner set up and head on over." I was confused, and I say to him, "But what about the splitting?" Sam tells me, "Don't worry, we have it covered. We just need you over in A." At this point, I had set my place on the split setting, so I could handle it at my best. He was moving some stuff away, so he could do whatever he was doing for the night. I was a bit confused as the package count was higher than average that night, and a good splitter really takes a load off of all the other jobs down the line. Me, with a serious face, say, "Are you sure you want to do this?" Sam, confused, says, "Do what? I told you to grab a scanner and go over there." That's when I say, "Are you sure you don't want me up here? It's supposed to get really busy tonight." At this, he waves me off, and he says, "You'll be fine. If it gets too busy, one of us managers will jump in to help." When he said that, I actually chuckled aloud briefly, and I shook my head. I had seen the manager split before, and none of them would last a whole night shift.
Okay.
Very few could, and I was unrivaled at the job, so I knew what was about to happen. At this point, the first trucks had already pulled in, and they give some rough estimate. And I say to Sam, "All right, I'll give you 15 minutes." Sam says, "Huh? 15 minutes? For what?" I say to him, "You'll see. I gotta go get a scanner now. There's not much time before the belt starts, and I have to get ready again." He actually seemed confused as I walked off to get ready for my new job. Now, I was a bit bummed, honesty, as splitting was my favorite job, with how I could just shut off for a bit while doing it. I would like being in trance or meditating, but the man said what the man said. Once the belt started, I went along doing my job, scanning and placing packages in bags. There was not much to say, other than it was slow and boring, but I kept an eye on my watch. Sure enough, barely 10 minutes passed when one of the little supervisors, who we'll call Amber, enters my lane. Amber says, "Hey, OP." I smile and say, "They need me up front, don't they?" Amber also smiles and says, "Yep, they just radioed it in. I'm here to take over until we get a replacement here." I then check my watch.
Yeah.
5 minutes ahead of schedule, too. It must be pretty bad. Amber says,
Well, I might as well just get the story all the way in this first stream.
twice. I say,
Um,
"I guess I'll go save the
so
day."
this is going to be an extremely short stream. Okay.
Without being sorted. They were put into large containers, and they were wheeled back to the front to do the full run.
So that way we can actually get to all the encounters, all of the potential strategies they can go into. So yeah, this is going to be an extremely short stream.
Packages were falling off the belt. People were buried to their knees, and Sam looked like his eyes were about to explode with how wide they had gotten. I then take a deep breath, crack my knuckles mid-stride as I move to the front of the line. I say, "I've got this. Get those packages picked up and put into a jackpot. Sam, I'm gonna need those racks back over here once it's cleared up." I then say to the other splitter, "Please back up a bit and double check my work." There was absolutely zero room for debate, as everyone had no choice but to listen to what I had to say, and I began to split the belt like I was conducting 3 orchestras at once. That 10 minutes I was gone took me another 20 to get things running smoothly again. Needless to say, I was thanked for the rescue, and I was told to stay there the rest of the night, much to my pleasure. Sam also proceeded to ensure that I was designated splitter every single night I was there to avoid further problems. They also started to include me in conversations on how to train newsletters for the nights I was out, and any advice to pass along from my own experiences. I guess it sometimes does pay to be so good at a job that no one can question you. There were still nights that they put me on other jobs, but it was usually the slower nights. I'd usually be called out if someone gave up or got busy though, which I didn't mind too much, as long as we were clear.
Okay, so just get the tutorial stuff out of the way before ending the stream. Might as well.
This malicious compliance to the extreme and let the whole operation fail that night. That would have been evil. That said though, OP must have felt like a hero that night. And I'm glad Sam recognized what OP was saying when OP came back and basically gave him the good old I told you so. But yeah, good on Sam for recognizing this terrible mistake and actually having the humility to admit that OP was right. Once again,
Because again, I'm actually holding up with my arms, and I don't want to eventually at least start feeling any cramps in the arms.
and then we'd assign the work to one of our freelancers who were well compensated and respectable professionals. My boss was such a professional herself, and when possible, we would assign that work to her. I accepted the minimum wage job because she told me that I could sometimes get tasks assigned as a freelancer with a nice freelancer compensation, and that she would personally train me, and that in less than a year, I would most likely get promoted to a regular freelancer, and I would make very good money. This sounded like a great career path to my young and naive years. One of the things she had told me from the very beginning is that when you take over an order, you become like a project manager for the order. You need to make sure that the freelancer will finish the work on time, as the work was usually time sensitive. Additionally, she loved going on long lectures about how she's paying me a minimum wage to increase my brain and figure things out if necessary. These lectures were mainly a vehicle for her to stroke her own ego by explaining to her employees how our brains were not as smart as hers. One day, our biggest corporate client had placed a large order that was due on Monday by noon. She had assigned a task to my boss to do over the weekend. It was Monday morning. The time was ticking, and my boss had
And
not
there we
left
go.
the office. The client had called to see if we were going to provide the work soon, as it was urgent. I tried calling my boss, but didn't pick up her phone. I then called half an hour later and texted her. No answer or reply. While noon was
Alright,
fast approaching,
just
I
wanted to get
called
the
her
tutorial
again.
out of the way before,
My husband
or
picked up
this,
the phone and told me
or
that she
anything.
wasn't home, and I explained very briefly
So,
why
probably
she
going to end
picked
the
up the
stream
phone.
after this.
Well,
Because
as
again, I'm
usual
holding
for
up
me,
with
my
just
boss
arms,
was
so I
very
guess I'll
insistent that
see
I
you
be
guys in the next
very
one.
persistent in getting a hold of her, and that I created such a state of stress and an emergency at her house. She yells at me so hard, saying her home number was only for emergencies, and this wasn't an emergency. She said to me, "It's not professional to call